We're in Norfolk, Virginia for the 2025 MEAC basketball tournament. We've had 3 phenomenal games in the quarterfinal round, and 1 more is on the docket. North Carolina Central will take on Delaware State. The final piece will be put in place for semifinal Friday. We've seen 3 great games already. Norfolk State has advanced. And earlier today, we saw Morgan State, a late shot from Cameron Hobbs to get a 91-90 win over Howard. The Bears will face Norfolk State, and South Carolina State held off Coppin State, and they await the winner of this game. With Coach Cy Alexander, I'm Jonathan Duran saying hello, welcome inside Scope Arena. We are in a very chilly building on top of the ice where the Norfolk Admirals play, but it's been red-hot action here in Norfolk, as always.
I tell you what, North Carolina Central is led by a tournament-tested coach in Lavelle Moten. So never be surprised at anything these Eagles will do in this Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference tournament. He will be counting on Po Boy King. I love that name to get it going, to get them through this first-round game. But look for the Eagles to really come out and play well tonight.
Head coach Lavelle Moten has led his team to 4 NCAA tournament appearances. And if they want to make it a 5th, they're going to rely on Po Boy King, as you mentioned, one of our players to watch, presented by Wells Fargo.
And as you talk about Delaware State, they're led by a 3-headed monster in Montez Robinson, Robert Smith, and Wetson. These 3 young men all average in double figures, and they share the basketball. This should be a very competitive contest.
Martaz Robinson, our other player to watch, presented by Wells Fargo. First team All-MEAC, averaged over 16 points a game. A very electric scorer, just like Cameron Hobbs, who we saw in the early game today.
I tell you what, I've had a chance to see Montez play on several occasions, and he knows how to play. You know, he's never out of control, plays within himself, is very disciplined, very fundamentally sound, and he and Smith and Wesson make a heck of a combination of what have you. Watson, excuse me.
Let's get into our keys to the game. Coach, I'm going to ask you, what's it going to take for both of these teams to be successful tonight?
As far as Delaware State is concerned, they've got to rebound the basketball, limit second shot opportunities, value the basketball, and contain King and Porter. As far as North Carolina Central is concerned, they've got to rebound strong, keep their big 3 under their averages, and they've got to figure out how to attack their matchup zone. Delaware State does the best job in the MEAC, as far as I'm concerned, of running a matchup zone. We ran a matchup zone through my entire career that I got from the late John Chaney, and they do an excellent job of running their matchup zone due to Hornets.
North Carolina Central and Delaware State have met twice this year. They both won at home in their buildings. The second matchup in Dover at Alumni Hall, it took overtime, 86-84. The Hornets able to sting North Carolina Central, but it wasn't without North Carolina Central making 3 late comeback attempts to tie the game, including a 3-ball from Aquan Smart from near half court to force the extra period. What is in store tonight? This is a matchup that has a lot of history inside of it within this MEAC tournament. North Carolina Central, a 3-peat from 2017 to 2019, but one that went by the wayside. The Eagles 16-0 in the 2014-2015 season. Delaware State upset them in the quarterfinal round, rather in the semifinal round. And the Hornets went on to Championship Saturday, where they lost to Hampton. At the bottom of your screen, here's the starting 5 for North Carolina Central, presented by Wells Fargo.
And this nice drive that last time by Murray, got downhill to finish at the rim for the Eagles.
And also at the bottom of your screen, you see the starting 5 for Delaware State in the white shirts, also brought to you by Wells Fargo.
Delaware State has nice size down low.
6 seconds to shoot the fadeaway, not quite there for Robert Smith. And the foul will be called here against North Carolina Central. That goes against Jakai Murray. He gets his first.
Got his first 2 points and got his first foul pretty quickly.
So this is the final game of the quarterfinal round. The winner will face South Carolina State in the late game tomorrow night. A nice scoop layup inside there for Kasim Watson.
What a nice drive, strong right-handed drive, kissed it off the glass. Again, he's one of those three members of the three-headed monster for DSU.
Inside pass taken away by Alston Andrews. Hornets force the turnover. Monetize Robinson with all the electricity. Turns the corner. And the right elbow jumper is missed. Second chance inside, rolls and falls in. A kind touch for Munir Newton. Delaware State taking this game right to North Carolina Central in the early stages.
Nice offensive rebound that time by Newton. And Delaware State is not playing the matchup right away. They're playing a lot of trapping man-to-man. Nice little mid-range shot by Murray.
The teams matching each other, a punch and counter punch. North Carolina Central 2 for 2. Delaware State 2 for 4. Monetize Robinson driving to the free throw line. Here's Alston Andrews. Jumper missed from the baseline.
Nice looking baseline jumper by Andrews. He just missed it.
Inside a pass with a little bit too much mustard, but Perry Smith Jr. is going to draw the foul here. It's going to go against Robert Smith, his first.
Nice rim run that time by Smith to create the foul situation. Got to the block.
Kai Murray inbounds to Smith. Here's Deontay Johnson, one of many transfers from Maryland Eastern Shore from the past few seasons. As Po Boy King draws the blocking foul, also against Robert Smith. That's his second. For North Carolina Central, they have 2 former Hawks on their roster, Deontay Johnson and Kelechi Okoronkwo. And we also saw with Coppin State, the Defensive Player of the Year, Toby Nadozie.
Right.
Left from Maryland Eastern Shore,
right.
Now plays for Coppin State.
Nice little 1-4 baseline out of bounds. Let's see what they do. See if they try to screen in and go over the top. Right in there.
Try to get in for Murray. Sliding after it is Perry Smith Jr. And that's a jump ball. Possession arrow will go to Delaware State. So the Hornets making it extremely difficult on North Carolina Central early on. Hornets will bring it up the floor with Ponce James, a member of the MEAC all-rookie squad.
He does a really good job. I watched him play several times. Very steady to be a freshman. I was surprised when I was watching him early on in the season that he was a freshman. I'd never seen him. I thought he was a transfer, but he's actually just a freshman. He's doing an excellent job for the Hornets, shooting 43%, 44% actually, from both the 2-point and 3-point line, almost 80% from the free throw line. Just a freshman. But a good get for Coach Waterman.
Newton sends it out to James. Now here's a jump pass to the left side. Kasim Watson, flies through with a beautiful layup.
Nice ball movement, great baseline out of bounds play for the Hornets.
Johnson calls out the new offensive set for North Carolina Central. Started this game 2 for 2, and they're still there, looking for another field goal to fall.
And you'll see the Eagles run a bevy of offensive sets. That's what Coach Moulton does. He's an excellent offensive mind.
King can't hit the 3 from the left wing. Earlier this season, Po Boy King went 0 for 6 from the perimeter and still was able to score 18 points. Jumper inside is missed, and it's rebounded by North Carolina Central. Porter pulls it down. King drives in, and he's going to get himself to the line here after he takes the contact.
Good transition offense for the Eagles.
It goes against Kasim Watson, the third-team All-MEAC member for Delaware State. He gets his first.
Here we go in transition, kick ahead, attack, get to the free throw line. And for the year, Po Boy is shooting 79%. And I love that name.
I want to talk about a name as many people around the country immediately latched on to him when he transferred to North Carolina Central. Po' Boy, middle name Izza.
Po' Boy Izza King.
Po' Boy Izza King.
Oh, I got you. I see. Yeah, all right. I understand. I like it.
Makes both from the line and brings his team back to level at 6-0.
He needs to be a king tonight for the Eagles. Fly, Eagles, fly. And there's James. Again, I'm very impressed with this young man as a freshman.
Ponce James will operate the offense.
Oh, nice curl action.
Seam Watson hops to the paint, stripped. Able to get his own loose ball. That shot missed inside. James able to finish inside.
In there amongst the trees was the little fella.
Ponce James, man on the spot. Able to get 2 points for his team and put him back in front. Here's Johnson, one of the best assist makers within the league. Oh boy, King turns it over to Watson, and Watson sends it right over to Russ on press row.
I'll tell you what, he was trying to see what kind of hand action you had, Jonathan. He wanted to see if you still had it.
2-point lead for DSU, early stages. Chess match between North Carolina Central and Delaware State early on. DSU leads by a pair, 8-6. With Cy Alexander, I'm Jonathan Duran saying welcome aboard here inside Scope Arena.
This will be a blue-collar type of game tonight, Jonathan. A hard hat type of basketball. The will to win will win this basketball game.
Two teams split over the regular season. A few years ago, North Carolina Central and Delaware State met 3 times in the regular seasons. Keyshawn Porter, his 3 ball was missed. Cleaned up inside by Ja'Kai Murray. And it was an odd situation how North Carolina Central and DSU met 3 times. They had 2 scheduled within the MEAC regular season, and they were playing in the Invesco QQQ Legacy Classic, the very first edition of it in 2021. And what happened was the team they were supposed to face, the Pirates of Hampton University, had a COVID case and couldn't compete. Robinson puts the shot up before the horn. Had to go out of bounds and stay with DSU. And so at that moment, they needed to find an opponent quickly. Delaware State happened to be available.
Right.
And so North Carolina Central faced Delaware State 3 times in that regular season and almost a 4th time in the tournament.
Right. Ja'Kai Murray is off to a great start.
So is Austin Andrews.
Yes, he is.
Inside.
Yes, he is. He and Kasim Watson are getting it done. And the other 2 parts of the 3-headed monster, Smith and Robinson, have really been quiet just yet.
Delaware State has all 10 of their points coming from the paint. Po' Boy King, quick fire 3, rattles home.
There he is, my man, the Po' Boy.
Coming up rich from the perimeter.
Yes, sir.
Martez Robinson working through the full court pressure. And he draws a foul as he was trying to get the pass off.
And what happened that time, the guards, his outlets were running away from him, and he was waiting for somebody to come back to the middle to the ball, and he got bailed out that time by an official's call.
Deontay Johnson gets the foul. That's his first. And Timmy Adediri checks in for North Carolina Central. A former walk-on who has now become a starter at his senior day and has made an impact on this program. Ponce James, the freshman, starts the offense. Kasim Watson met there by Po' Boy King. It goes to the corner for Andrews. Jump pass to James. 3 on the move. Cash! Working around the screen, Isaac Parson. Adediri now over to King. And a whistle away from the ball, offensive foul.
Illegal screen. Ponce James just made a nice three-point shot. I saw it when he left his hands. His shot, here it is right here. Look at his feet. Shot preparation, held his follow-through. This young man's going to be a player for Coach Stan Waterman.
And for all the minutes that he compiled, one start, 22 games played, averaged just 4 points a game.
NCCU now is showing a 1-3-1 half-court trap.
James able to work his way through it, and it goes out for Robinson. Double fakes the three, goes down low inside, and Munir Newton draws the foul.
Excellent pocket pass that time by Robinson to Newton.
Oh boy, King gets the foul.
Here's the replay. Look at that nice little pocket pass to Newton. Gets clipped while he was in the air.
So Munir Newton, the senior from Philadelphia, went through Archbishop Wood. Started every single game for Delaware State so far this year, averaging about 8 points and 6 rebounds.
Only shooting 50% from the free throw line, so really needs to work on that.
Newton makes both. He now has 5 for DSU, and the Hornets ahead by that margin. Carson to King as North Carolina Central moves it around the arc.
NCCU is running their real offense to try to see if they can get a backside screen into a potential baseline lob.
Pin to shoot, winding down, 5 seconds. Parson drives in, the scoop, left it short.
Good rebound by the guard.
Makes the guard move and draws the foul in the backcourt. That's something we're seeing a lot of now in the modern game.
High basketball IQ by Montez Robinson. Excellent. He created that foul by just throwing up, causing the defender to run into him. Excellent basketball play by Robinson.
Martez Robinson executing what we've seen happening probably around the last, let's say, 6 or 7 years, especially at the professional level. And now working this way down to the collegiate level, you see the guards are able to draw the defender into them. They slow down and wait for the contact.
Nice read.
Ponce James travels in the double team. And North Carolina Central forces Delaware State in just their 2nd turnover so far in this game.
Good trap created that, caused that turnover by James. Double high ball screen. The horn action.
Lloyd Rito, a 2-time transfer from South Carolina State to USC Upstate, and now for North Carolina Central. Has it on the left wing. Rito, long distance, left it short. Goes out to Isaac Parson, a fresh 20 for North Carolina Central. Rito again, now with 10. Okoronkwo, rare 3, and he hits it. Just his 3rd three-pointer of the year, 3 for 9 in 31 games.
Okoronkwo, you don't expect him to be shooting threes, but anything goes in the tournament. As long as he makes them, Coach Moulton is good with it.
Oh, out of bounds, they'll say last touched by North Carolina Central, and that sends us to a media timeout. 11:48 to go here in the first half. 2-point lead for DSU. An inside look at North Carolina Central as they are breaking their huddle now. The last MEAC team to three-peat the MEAC Tournament Championship 2017 and 2019. And in the middle, it's the head coach Lavelle Moten, 3rd all-time in scoring at North Carolina Central, 1,714 points.
I coached against Coach Moulton as a player. I coached against him as a coach, and he was excellent in both areas. I have the utmost respect for him as a basketball coach. Has a great basketball mind and has done an outstanding job at his alma mater.
North Carolina Central has only been a Division I program for 15 years now, so Coach Moten, everything he did was at the D2 level. He's found himself in the CIAA Hall of Fame.
I tell you what, he was a D1 player, trust me.
So a 2-point lead remains. During the break, the officials came over here to the monitor to double-check a 3-pointer. And the scores will stay as set. It's DSU 15, North Carolina Central 13. With Coach Cy Alexander, I'm Jonathan Duran here inside Scope Arena. Staying warm here on top of the ice.
You see, when you talk about it, it makes me think about it. I'm trying not to think about it. But then when you say staying warm, I grab my coffee and say, whoa, yeah, I am cold.
Very appreciative of the league office supplying us with hot water for tea and coffee.
Yes, sir.
And all of the food and snacks. That
no doubt, no doubt.
We're waiting on one more thing here at the scores table. Delaware State's coaches are checking in. Stan Waterman.
And he's done an excellent job since he's been at Delaware State. Really turned his program, headed in the right direction. I think he got to the championship game last year.
Under 12 to go. North Carolina Central swarms the inbound, but can't pull it away. Ball is loose inside. Robinson takes the hit, and he'll head to the line.
And that's what you'll see Montez Robinson do as a small guard. He'll get in and rebound. He's averaging 6.2 rebounds a contest. And he's like 6'2", 6'3". So give him a lot of credit. He likes to hang around the big boys.
Kelechi Okoronkwo called for the foul. He gets his first. And Martez Robinson at the line here, shooting 2. The first one lips out. And he shoots at 83% from the line. He's known offensively with 16 points. But how about this? Defensively, able to fight his way through. He's averaging 6 rebounds per game, and he has 49 steals to his credit.
Yeah, he's a two-way player, and that is a rarity. He goes to the line and misses 2 when he's shooting 83% from the charity stripe.
Adediri to Aquan Smart. That 3 looks dead on, but it's missed. It's rebounded by DSU, but stepping out of bounds was Newton. Couldn't quite stay upright.
There's just too many people around him. He just fell over somebody's body. No harm, no foul. He just, they were in the wrong place for him when he landed.
So North Carolina Central gets a fresh 20 here. Adediri will hand it off for Parson. Adediri 3, flat.
Oh, what a nice rebound that time by Newton.
Ponce James brings it up the floor. Kasim Watson trying to make North Carolina Central play. Robinson, the guard, down in the block. Quickly double team and shovels it back out. They go opposite side for Alston Andrews. 10 to shoot. Munir Newton drives right side. And he draws the foul. Coach Moten not happy. He thought he got an offensive foul.
He's livid over here. Why is that not an offensive foul? He's saying, hey, he put his elbow out. Let's see. Can we see it on the replay? Here we go right here. I think Coach Moten has a legitimate argument.
In the end, it goes into the book. The second man called Kelechi Okoronkwo. He gets his second foul.
That's 3 in a row that Delaware State has missed from the free throw line. You don't win in close ball games like this when you're not taking advantage of free throw line opportunities.
And with those 2 quick fouls, Okoronkwo leaves, and Perry Smith Jr. goes back in.
Smith has had a really good year for the Eagles. 4 in a row.
And Newton misses that, as somebody would say, ball doesn't run.
Yeah, you're right.
Smith Jr. inside. Right hand hook. Gets the kind touch. Tie game.
And now the game is tied because the free throw misses. A nice jump hook by Smith.
Ends a 2.5-minute scoring drought for North Carolina Central. Robert Smith tries a no-look pass inside. North Carolina Central able to sniff it out.
Good backside rotation in the 1-3-1 trap by the Eagles.
Robert Smith, the senior guard, will send this one in. The Hornets go into action. Kasim Watson, catch and release. No. Fighting for the rebound. North Carolina Central comes away with it. Isaac Parson, Hurricanes away from one. Gets it ahead for Smart. Cross-court pass for Rito. Good.
Bingo! Floyd Rito with a big-time three to put the Eagles in front, and they're sticking with that 1-3-1 half-court trap to really take the Delaware State Hornets out of their offensive rhythm.
Martez Robinson sends the ball back up the floor. Nearly lost it, and they do give it up. An outlet now for Adediri. Takes a hard hit.
Nice baseball pass that time to create the fast break opportunity. Nice little touchdown pass, and he gets fouled, and see if he can go to the free throw line, Adediri, and knock 2 free throws down. He's shooting like right at 67% from the free throw line.
And before he can, there's a stoppage here. Timmy Adediri will walk away from the line. His first 2 seasons, he played 13 games combined. In the last 2 leading up to this moment, he has played 58. As he puts that one away. 71 career games as a former walk-on.
He's done something to impress the coaching staff and Coach Moten at North Carolina Central. He's earned his way into the lineup and potentially probably a scholarship.
Coach Moten has done this with a few walk-ons in the past.
I'll tell you my best walk-on story. Travis Williams played for me at South Carolina State, was a walk-on, played on our 89 NCAA tournament team, and went to the pros, played 4 or 5 years with the Charlotte Hornets. That's a great rags to riches story.
Anything can happen in college basketball. It's Kasim Watson with the magical step through.
Great step through by Watson.
Brings DSU back within 2. Back and forth game early on here.
Haven't really seen yet the matchup zone by Delaware State.
Carson, a wild pass, ends up in the hands of DSU. Robinson scanning the floor. Wins past one defender, gets to the paint, and goes all by himself.
All by himself. Got it right to the rim and just laid it up over the top. We got a tie ball game, 8:41 to go.
Martez Robinson, he was in the hunt for Player of the Year. As Rito puts up the 3 and hits again from the same spot.
2 in a row. Bingo. Sticking with the 1-3-1 half-court trap are the Eagles.
Third 3 of the night for North Carolina Central. Martez Robinson looking at 3 players in front of him. Here's Smith for 3. That's missed. Rebound tracked down by Watson. Floater good inside.
Watson is having an outstanding first half, playing with a lot of energy. Now you're seeing you can do it, I can do it too. The Hornets in a 1-3-1 half-court trap. And that fall back into, maybe you'll see their matchup zone now.
Under 8 to play in the final quarterfinal game of the 25 men's basketball tournament. Laquan Smart lost the handle on it. 5 seconds. Parson trying to make something happen. Smart at the horn. Left it short. Now Delaware State with numbers. Robert Smith, lefty with the jelly.
Nice transition, hit-ahead pass from Robinson to Smith. 2 points. Delaware State now has the lead, 23-22.
Carson off the hesitation. Sends it to the corner. Rito off the fake. Three ball miss. Smart stays there. And he's going to head to the line for 2 shots when we get back from the break.
Heat check by Rito. Still wasn't hot.
Delaware State have catapulted themselves back in front. And one more look at Robert Smith. The gorgeous layup, putting his team ahead by 1.
Great transition offense.
Delaware State leading this game by 1. You see Stan Waterman and his squad. Last tournament appearance was 2005. The last time they made it to the MEAC tournament final was 2015. That was the year they upset an undefeated North Carolina Central. And this team, they like to run. Average 14 points per game on the fast break.
He was an excellent high school coach in the state of Delaware and got picked out of the high school ranks by President Allen from Delaware State, and he has really done an excellent job in elevating the Hornets program.
Juan Smart at the line. He's fouled right before the break. First of 2 free throws is good. Going back to Stan Waterman, he coached at the Sanford School, which is in Hockessin, Delaware. 571 wins,
Jeez.
10 state championship appearances, and he won 8 of them.
Lord have mercy. He just didn't have a good high school career. He had an excellent high school. I'm sure he's got to be in the Delaware High School Hall of Fame.
Absolutely phenomenal career in the first state. We talked about Cleo Hill having his first Division I coaching job. He made his stops at Shaw and Winston-Salem State. Stan Waterman, this is his first collegiate job.
Yes, yes. And he's doing an excellent job. He really stepped up from the high school ranks to become a very good Division I college basketball coach. Almost like the late, one of my mentors, the late John Thompson, who was a high school coach before he got the before he got the Georgetown job.
Pass a little bit too tough to handle for Munir Newton. He's trying to grab that one from Javarzia Belton, who has just checked in.
Belton is a specimen. He is a huge human being. A great post-up. Pass wasn't where it needed to be.
Picked away by Robert Smith. And Ponce James will now call out the new set. James working against Deontay Johnson. Driving in, ball comes loose.
Oh, great.
Deontay Johnson comes away with it. And Rito draws the foul in the backcourt. And against Robert Smith, and that is his 3rd here in the first half.
And Rito has done an excellent job off the bench for the Eagles. And that's 3 now on Robert Smith, which is huge. Robert Smith comes into the game actually being Delaware State's overall leading scorer, averaging 18 points. And he's got to sit for the last 6 minutes of the first half.
Johnson sends it out to Rito, already with a pair of triples in this first half. Down low. Jakai Murray, open jumper missed, rebounded by Kasim Watson. So Delaware State with another opportunity to take the lead. They've hit 4 of their last 5.
The 1-4 set.
Newton spins in. He is fouled. Deontay Johnson reached in trying to strip it away, but Johnson's going to get his 2nd. And that goes in now as team foul number 8. A little bit of pushing and shoving now.
Just guys wanting to get to know each other. I want to know where you're from.
Jakai Murray still with a little bit extra to say.
Keep your poise, guys. This game is too important.
And most importantly out of all of this is they were able to detangle the teams without giving out a technical foul.
All right. It wasn't nothing no technicals were warranted, in my opinion. It's just, like I said, everybody just trying to get to know each other.
Delaware State in the bonus. Team foul number 9 charged North Carolina Central.
And Newton is going to the line with a 2-shot foul. And he's 2 for 4 so far.
They're saying this is in the act of shooting.
Yes. I thought he was going up. And he's now missed his last 3 in a row, which free throws have actually hurt Delaware State in this game, because now they have something like 2 of 7 maybe.
Delaware State is now 2 for 7 from the line. Two of 8. Just not happening for DSU from the charity stripe. North Carolina Central 5 for 6 from the line.
You cannot win close games when you're not making free throws.
Johnson driving to his left. Sends it back out for Rito. Now King. Fadeaway jumper inside the arc. That's good.
And I was just thinking to myself, and I didn't say anything, I'm waiting on Po Boy to get going, and he just made a nice mid-range jumper off the bounce.
He's very good from the three-point line, but he's also excellent inside the perimeter with his mid-range.
Right.
Saw it right there.
Nice midi.
That ended a 2.5-minute scoring drought for North Carolina Central. Newton was right there at the rim. He just couldn't will that one in.
What a great pass by Belton. Now let's see if Newton is in his head, because he's missed like 4 in a row. Nice tip pass by James. Hook pass. Big fella, you got to finish that one.
If he's in his head, that layup is not going to help him.
Just finally see something go in the back bucket.
Delaware State, as a team, are 3 for 9 from the floor. All of their free throws have been made by Mounir Newton. He is 3 for 7. He has all but 2 of their free throw attempts, and they come from Monetize Robinson, who missed both.
Right.
His only trip.
And he's shooting 80-some%. And this young man, Newton, is like 1 for 4 now from the free throw line, and they're down 2.
Newton is 3 for 8 from the stripe.
Watch the lob.
Carson moving around the screen. Double team, sends it out to Kai Murray. Weaves his way inside. Drop off for Smith. 2 hands, and is able to power it through for 2.
Smith knows what he's capable of doing. He plays within himself. He's a monster around the rim.
4 minutes and change remaining here in this first half. North Carolina Central leading by 4.
And now Central is playing a boxing 1 on Montez Robinson.
Corey Perkins finds it inside for Newton, and he's able to put it in with a soft touch.
Strong move that time by Newton.
This game has gone back and forth. Neither team has really been able to get some distance. Delaware State led by 5. North Carolina Central is led by 4. Parson. Bounce pass out to King. Tough shot, and he hits it. Good gracious.
Oh boy, don't be so mean, young fella. Getting it done with a bingo.
It is just now the 4th triple made now from North Carolina Central. 4 of 11 from the perimeter. Delaware State have only offered it up twice from downtown. 1 for 2. Robinson inside the arc. Can't make it count. Parson behind the back. Has it poked away from behind, and the Eagles will keep it. They're up by 5 with 2:52 to go here. Closing stages of the first half. North Carolina Central trying to find a way to make it to semifinal Friday.
With Watson really getting to the paint, and you've got Montez Robinson, who understands how to play and get in there that mid-range game. But Watson is really doing an outstanding job. Got 8 points if my stats are correct.
His Kasim Watson, you see him right there wearing the number 11. He, along with Munir Newton, have combined for 15 points.
Yeah, Newton's doing an outstanding job also.
With Coach Cy Alexander, I'm Jonathan Duran. Sitting courtside here at Scope Arena. Under 3 minutes to go in the first half. Stick with us at the break. And more great interviews from the people that make this tournament happen. And a look at the stats from our first 20 minutes of play. Smith inside, trying to dribble through three, and he has the ball ripped out of his hands by Martez Robinson. I never thought I'd see the day. Corey Perkins on the baseline. Goes inside, Newton. Ponce James, soft jump on the three, doesn't get the soft roll.
Nice rebound by Smith. Strong two-handed rebound.
Now North Carolina Central sets their offense. Heat check for Rito. He's out of bounds.
Out of bounds.
So Kasim Watson, after the breather, back out on the floor.
They need a strong 2 minutes from Mr. Watson.
Delaware State trying to make up this 5-point deficit. Defeated North Carolina Central in overtime in Dover the last time they met. Belton tied up, gives it away. Ja'Kai Murray gets the steal. Rito paces the floor. It goes to King in the corner. And he left it off the front iron. Smith is going to draw the foul here after the rebound. It goes on Ponce James, his first.
Now let's see if North Carolina Central, unlike what DSU is doing, can they capitalize from the free throw line? It would be very, very important. They haven't gone but 4 times, and so far so good. But you got Perry Smith Jr. going for his first attempt.
Makes the first of 2.
And it looks good. Good form, good free throws.
Smith at the line, a 50% shooter. With that shot there, you'd think he'd shoot it at a higher percentage.
Exactly.
He's able to make both. 7-point advantage, the largest lead for either team so far tonight.
1-2-2 mid three-quarter court pressure, falling back into zone action by the Eagles.
Robinson double teamed. And another turnover by the Hornets. Parson to King. Up. Hard tumble. Ja'Kai Murray finishes.
Murray's had an outstanding first half.
And Ja'Kai Murray being celebrated by his team. Behind the play, Po' Boy King slow up the floor. He took a hard tumble.
Here we go right here. Good hands. Strong. Nice advanced pass. Po' Boy attacking. But there was Mr. Murray. Getting in the right place at the right time. Kept running the floor. This timeout right now, Coach Stan Waterman is talking about regaining your poise, guys. Take your time. Work on what we practice. Let's get a good shot here. Come back down, play defense. Let's cut this thing down to 5 by the end of the half. That's what he's talking about in the timeout.
Both of these teams shooting 52% from the floor. Delaware State 11 of 21. North Carolina Central 12 of 23. The difference, the Eagles have made 3 more trays. 4 of 12. Delaware State 1 of 3. And 4 more free throws. North Carolina Central 7 of 8. DSU 3 of 10.
Difference in the ball game right now.
The Hornets gonna have to find a way to cash in those chances from the line. 70 seconds to go in the first 20. Andrews to Watson, bottled up. Martez Robinson has 5 seconds. Robinson, contested shot, hits it, plus the foul.
Big time body movement, put his shoulder into the defender to create the foul. Now let's see if an 83% free throw shooter who just missed his last two can go to the line and create the three-point play opportunity.
He went to the line early on in this game. And he's just the second player to be at the line for DSU. Able to make that one. It's just been Robinson and Newton who have put up all 10 free throw attempts.
And just what I talked about, the Hornets have a chance, if they can get a stop, to get it under 6. 35-29 right now.
Isaac Parson operating the offense. Kai Murray back to Parson. He's open for three. Left it short. 6 seconds separate the timers now. Martez Robinson up the floor. Quick little inside-out dribble. And now Munir Newton off the glass.
All created by Montez Robinson. Just what I'm sure Coach talked about these young men have done. They've cut a 9-point lead down to a 4-point lead. Now you'll see the magic of LaVelle Moton. He's going to draw up something that's going to get a good shot for the Eagles. Whether they make it or miss it, I'm sure he's going to get something potentially going to Po Boy or Rito, or getting the ball inside to Smith. He's probably not going to shoot before 5 seconds. That way he has a chance to get a second offensive rebound if the first shot is missed. But on the flip side, look for Delaware State to not to play straight man-to-man, to switch everything, or even come out in their matchup zone.
A quick 5-0 burst for DSU. They've made 5 of their last 7. As you mentioned, they've trimmed this deficit down to 4. North Carolina Central will set themselves back up on the floor with 25 seconds to go. A chance to speak last here in this first half.
And the Hornets have done this without Smith being on the floor. He's been strapped with 3 fouls.
Isaac Parson hammers the rock at the center stripe. 12 seconds to go in the half. Murray, 7 seconds. Parson, 5 seconds. They were looking for an elevator screen, but it goes to Alston Andrews. 3 at the horn. Off the top of the glass. Delaware State with all of the momentum right now. They lead, or they trail by 4, but they've been pushing very hard at the end of this first half. North Carolina Central holding on to a 4-point lead, 35-31, and we'll take a breather as both teams do as well. Halftime from the Scope coming up next here at the 2025 MEAC Men's Basketball Tournament. This game, happy to be joined by Alonzo Crittenden from Hampton Roads Transit. So good to have you along with us again this year.
Well, thank you very much. It's an honor to be here, and I really like the opportunity to be able to talk about Hampton Roads and, of course, the MEAC conference.
You know, I love walking around downtown Norfolk, and I see the Tide rolling around, and got the wrap on there celebrating the MEAC tournament. It's always really cool to see. I love to see that when I come here.
Yes, that is our signature for the MEAC tournament, because of the exposure and the high visibility of it, and just the beauty of the train. I mean, it's a statement to Hampton Roads Transit, it's a statement to the MEAC conference, and also to all of the fans that have opportunity from the various schools that actually see the train, and administrators as well.
Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference headquartered here in Norfolk. How important is this partnership between Hampton Roads Transit and the MEAC?
Well, it has grown. We've been with the MEAC conference for, I guess this is the 7th or 8th year. And every year, the partnerships gets a little stronger. There's a lot of continuity, and in terms of community involvement with Hampton Roads and, of course, the MEAC conference, it's important to have that relationship. Absolutely.
And when the fans come in here, of course, they're taking the opportunity to ride the Tide, and that, of course, helps ridership. But what are some of the other benefits and impacts that this tournament helps to make?
Well, you know, riderships is just one thing, but again, it's about community involvement, and MEAC is definitely an institution here in Norfolk, and their involvement in what they do outside of just the conference in terms of the student athletes. You know, they're part of the community, and we are happy to be a part of that and in partnership with them as well.
We've seen the MEAC basketball championship is here. Bowling has been here at times. Track and field has been here. As more things come here, how does that help Hampton Roads Transit?
Well, it helps us in that it gives an opportunity to give exposure other than basketball to the conference, because the conference is noted for track and field, it's noted for baseball, softball, and other events that sports that they participate, you know, under the umbrella of the MEAC conference.
All right, so this partnership, as you said, has grown. What do you see in the future?
I see continual growth with us. I see continual opportunities as to the various services that we, platform services that we provide to the MEAC conference, and we'll expand upon that and make it bigger and better each year.
Alonzo Crittenden from Hampton Roads Transit, thank you so much for joining us and everything that you've done to help out the Elite 8 member institutions of the Mid-Eastern Athletic Conference.
Well, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
All right, 20 minutes have gone by. We've got 20 more in store between North Carolina Central and Delaware State here at the 2025 MEAC Men's Basketball Tournament. Halftime here at the MEAC Men's Basketball Tournament. North Carolina Central leads Delaware State 35-31. We'll take a look at our first half stats. Both teams shooting the ball well, but Delaware State knocking it down at 57%.
To Kasim Watson, who was 4 for 6 in the first half, had an outstanding game. Ended up with 8 points. And then at the end, Montez Robinson does what he does, made some key plays for the Hornets. And again, as far as North Carolina Central was concerned, Jaquai Murray was outstanding, played hard, rebounded strong, and again, Floyd Rito and my main man, Po Boy, all getting it done. This should be one heck of a second half.
Po-Boy King and Munir Newton, the two leading scorers, both with 9 points. North Carolina Central knocked down 4 3-pointers. Delaware State with just the 1, but the big difference at the free throw line. North Carolina Central 7 of 8, Delaware State just 4 of 11.
I tell you what, if I'm Coach Waterman, you don't overemphasize it in the locker room, but you give them some positivity about the free throw line. Guys, you just got to step up, do what you do. You're a very good free throw shooting team. Take your time. Let's knock these free throws down in the second half.
No teams out of the locker room warming up for the second half, and we'll stretch our legs as well as we get ready for the next 20. 4-point lead for North Carolina Central, 35-31 at the intermission.
Hey.
And look at Norfolk, Virginia, the site of the 2025 MEAC Men's Basketball Tournament, and it's going to be here for a while longer. They announced last year that it's going to stick here for a bit more, about 5 more years. And I'd love to come here every champ week.
I tell you what, I hope to see you here this time next year. And looking at the halftime stats, one thing that really sticks out, Jonathan, is the free throw percentage, and it really hit home with me as I highlighted it. One team is shooting 88% from the free throw line, and the other team is shooting 36% from the free. It's going to be, if Delaware State doesn't clean that up, it's going to be hard for them to come out on top. Let's see how they make an adjustment in the second half as far as from the free throw line.
North Carolina Central has a 4-point lead. 20 more minutes to find out who is going to face South Carolina State tomorrow night in the 8 p.m. game. Norfolk State is going to see Morgan State after a huge upset in the earlier game today. South Carolina State held off a scrappy Coppin State squad. And now the final piece will fall into place in about 20 minutes.
Let's see how Robert Smith makes his adjustment on the defensive end, because he's got to play defense, but he's also got to be smart because he has 3 fouls, and they really need him on the court, as he only has 2 points, and he comes into the game averaging right at 18.
With Coach Cy Alexander, I'm Jonathan Duran. Hello from Norfolk, Virginia, inside Scope Arenas. Perry Smith Jr. loses a handle on it, but draws the foul down low on the baseline.
Good half-court execution by the Eagles. And again, Coach Lavelle Moten is an excellent tournament coach. He really understands how to devise solid game plans, and he'll do everything he can to keep the Eagles in the game.
Martez Robinson just drew his first. Perry Smith Jr. makes the first of 2.
And now they are 8 of 9. That's a good look at Coach Lavelle Moten, who's done an outstanding job as a player and as a basketball coach at North Carolina Central University. Little token pressure.
Both free throws good for Smith. North Carolina Central.
Horns action.
Puts in the first 2 points of the second half. Robinson back to the bucket. Circles back outside the perimeter. Kasim Watson on the turnaround, left it short. Lanier Newton shovels it inside for Robinson and takes the contact and hits it for 2.
Nice patience that time by Newton. Gathered himself and allowed Robinson to break free.
Keyshawn Porter didn't really feature too much for North Carolina Central in the first half. Smith with the hook in the paint.
It's a nice jump hook that time by Perry Smith Jr.
And he has all 4 of North Carolina Central's points here in the second half, early going. Smith to Robinson. Now here's Kasim Watson. Delaware State taking their time, but they have 10 to shoot. Newton burrowing through, hits it, +1.
A lot of patience that time shown by Newton. He didn't see anybody come clear. He didn't feel comfortable making the cross-court pass. He said, what the heck, I'll just take it myself.
Ja'Kai Murray gets the foul, his second.
It is on the replay. Nice little spin, control, good footwork. Kissed it right off the glass. Let's see if they can break this free throw spell. Yes, they do.
It wasn't the prettiest free throw I've seen, but it does go in.
It went in.
3-point
It counts as 1 point.
So Deontay Johnson calls out the new offensive set for North Carolina Central. Able to get to Murray. The pump fake, and he shorts himself on the layup.
Yeah, he had that. You're right, Jonathan. He shorted himself.
The finger roll, sometimes you go up with it and you turn your hand too far away, but North Carolina Central able to take it away. Keyshawn Porter elevates and lays it in.
That's the first time I've seen Montez Robinson not make a real smart play. He tried to attack that last offensive possession when there really wasn't anything there. Created a turnover situation and an easy bucket for the Eagles.
Martez Robinson with the ball right now. He dumps it inside for Newton. Newton now faces up and has it swatted out of his hands by Po Boy King.
12 seconds on the shot clock.
Smith finds Robinson, shakes past the first, takes the contact, but can't convert this time. He goes back out for Delaware State. And it looks like they're going to have to put this down probably to 18. Offensive rebound goes to 20. It skipped off the iron and it went to 30.
Right.
And now they're going to go and review this.
See if it actually hit the rim. I know it hit the backboard.
So now we get another Another visit from the officials.
Checking to see if it hit the rim.
And Coach, we remain to be magnetic personalities here on Quarterfinal.
People like to visit us.
One more look here at the shot from Monetize Robinson.
If the ball hit the rim.
If the ball hit the rim.
See it go off the glass.
It may not have hit the rim.
Might not have hit the rim. It's hard to tell from this angle.
We're good. That's good.
Yeah, 9. It's 9.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Players confirmed the ball did not hit the rim.
The ball confirmed did not hit the iron, so it will be 9 seconds to shoot for DSU.
Got to have a quick baseline. Well, they got a sideline out of bounds play. Let's see what they do with 9 seconds.
He goes in for Newton. Watson with it with 6 seconds. He's up for 3, and that hits the cotton, but it doesn't go through the rim.
Shot looked good.
North Carolina Central back up the floor, outscoring DSU by 1 here in these first 3 minutes of play in the second half. Johnson quickly double teamed, able to get out of it. Murray, the floater, this time he finishes.
Excellent offensive set that time by the Eagles. They ran some elevated action and then cleared Murray to the mid-lane area, and he was wide open. Excellent offensive set by the Eagles.
Robert Smith splits 2, and he draws the foul in the act of shooting. It's going to go against Keyshawn Porter, and the reason we didn't see a lot of him in the first half is he picked up 2 quick ones, and now he has his 3rd.
So you got the Robert Smith at the line, who again is averaging 18 points for the Delaware State Hornets and only has 2 points right now. So he's got to get going. One of the parts of the 3-headed monster for Delaware State.
One of 3 players named to an all-MEAC squad. Robert Smith, 2nd team. Monetize Robinson, 1st team. And Kasim Watson, 3rd team. And Ponce James didn't make any of the senior squads, but was named to the all-rookie team.
I can see that. He's going to be a nice player.
Both free throws good from Robert Smith. Delaware State, after not being at their best from the stripe in this first half, are now 3 for 3 from the line in the second.
This is a good sign, a little trap.
And a turnover.
A turnover.
Kasim Watson has it. Goes to the corner. Robert Smith can't hit. Loose ball, finds Kasim Watson, and very smartly, as soon as he put his hands on it, just went up.
And created the foul. Excellent play by Kasim Watson. Get 2 shots. Cut this thing to 3 if he makes 2.
Foul will be charged to Perry Smith Jr., his 1st. So now here is Kasim Watson playing on this team with his brother, Kareem. Misses the 1st. Just shy of 80% from the stripe this year.
That bugaboo is still with them. 79%, as you just stated.
Their first miss from the line in the second half. Kasim Watson able to right the wrong. DSU 4 for 5. 4 for 5 in the second half, but 8 for 16 for the entire game. Catch and release for King. Oh boy, King dials up yet another tray, his 2nd tonight.
He's up to 12 points right now, and he's doing a great job of finding the open spots in the defense and just letting it ride.
Monetize Robinson hounded by 2 Eagles. Able to pass out of it to Robert Smith. Under 10 to shoot. Smith almost lost it. Keeps his feet, puts up the 3. It's short. Rebounded by the Hornets. Newton will drop it off for Robinson. Now Newton, baseline. Power move, 4-2.
Good footwork, good strong move that time by Newton.
Delaware State hanging around, still trailing by 5. King, back to Parson. Parson now matched up with Alston Andrews, far from the rim. They go inside for Perry Smith. He misses the first one. Second one is blocked away out of bounds by Alston Andrews, and the Eagles will have 4 seconds to fire when we come back. 15:07 to go here in regulation, a 5-point lead for North Carolina Central. Who's going to go to semifinal Friday?
We'll know pretty soon.
Yesterday was Wednesday, March 12th, but 81 years ago, it was a Sunday morning when this squad of Eagles that you see on your screen right now took on a squad from Duke University's medical program basketball team. Back during the wartime, where the programs had their different basketball teams operating at Duke University, and those teams met for a game at the height of the Jim Crow era. It was known as the Secret Game. You can read about it. Scott Ellsworth wrote a nice book about it. He did all the research. The Eagles go into the backcourt. That secret game happened March 12th, 1944, during the Jim Crow era, a game that both teams really wanted to happen, but were extremely fearful as they made it happen.
Right. I tell you what, I read the book, and it was an awesome situation, and North Carolina Central team actually won that game, and it was something that was not talked about for a long time, but they called it the secret game. I had a chance when I was at Tennessee State University, and the late, great, legendary Coach McClendon came to one of my practices, and we had a chance to kind of chit-chat about that game.
Perry Smith Jr. draws the foul. The game was played in a building on the campus of North Carolina Central. Again, very hush-hush. The Duke University players made their way there silently.
Right, right.
And yeah, North Carolina Central, as the record says, they won that one going away, 88-44.
Wow, they put it on them, didn't they? Coach McClendon, even though the late, great, legendary Dean Smith gets credit for inventing the four corners, it was actually invented by the late, great, legendary John McClendon. So you're talking about two great coaches working an offense that basically was a stall offense, and you needed to have a great point guard, and you needed to not have a shot clock. And those are the things that were utilized before you put in the 30-second or 40-second shot clock.
John McClendon studied under Coach John Naismith.
Yes.
And McClendon, not just the four corners, but the fast break as well. And there is a textbook example of the fast break being run there by Isaac Parsons.
Parsons is really getting in to Montez Robinson on the defensive end right now.
Robinson throws through, misses the first, but Munir Newton able to pick it up inside.
A nice follow-up by Newton.
North Carolina Central really taking it to the Hornets here in the second half. Outscoring them 15-12, have a 7-point advantage. Murray, jumper inside the arc, off the backside. Out of bounds, they'll say last touched by the Hornets. North Carolina Central will reset with 20 seconds. Jakai Murray checks out, and Timmy Adediri in now for North Carolina Central.
Oh, nice, great execution of the baseline out of bounds play. Strong finish that time by Perry Smith Jr. You'll see the X action right under the basket. The out of bounds player picked the right guy to make the pass to. Here it is right here. Bingo, right there. Nice X action. crossed over. Delaware State did not communicate, and Isaac Parsons hit Perry Smith.
And Smith converts the three-point play, and he'll check out as Kelechi Okoronkwo will come back in.
A double-digit lead right now for the Eagles of North Carolina Central.
Delaware State looking for answers. 4 for 12 from the floor in the second half. Kasim Watson off the double move. And a foul is called here against North Carolina Central. Adediri gets the foul, his first. In the act of shooting, Delaware State back to the line. It'll be Kasim Watson.
And you see Montez Robinson trying to help his team regain their poise, because there's a little chitter-chatter going on between the Delaware State players. They're down 10, they're missing free throws, and you see some cracks in the armor right now. And the senior leadership of Montez Robinson, you know, have to take control, because, again, Delaware State, they've been their own worst enemies as far as the free throw is concerned, free throw line. But I'll tell you how much confidence the coach has in Ponce James. Takes Robert Smith out and puts Ponce James in the game.
The Eagles turn it over. They're trying to get it inside for Keyshawn Porter. And Delaware State has it now. Second turnover of the second half for North Carolina Central. And a whistle away from the ball.
Smith Jr. is back in the game. Basically, what he's doing now is running a three-guard offense, trying to create some up-tempo action with James, Smith, and Watson. All three can run the point, attack. You got Watson at the high post, and you got Somerville playing the center position.
Keyshawn Porter picked up the foul. That's his fourth, as Delaware State somehow keeps that ball from going out of bounds. Here's Kasim Watson, right wing. Watson spins his way in. And Raymond Somerville fouled as he was trying to take it up to the rack. That goes against Okoronkwo. That's his third, and the fouls are now piling up for North Carolina Central. Okoronkwo gets his third. Johnson has 3. Porter sitting on the bench with 4.
And Somerville's only shooting 55% from the free throw line. I saw him play a couple weeks ago against South Carolina State, and he went to the line and missed some critical free throws. Bingo, he knocks that first from that. That should be a big confidence boost for the young man.
Raymond Somerville, he only went to the line 20 times in 29 appearances. He played every single game for Delaware State. He's now 13 of 22 for this season.
Form really looked good that time. Those were big free throws. Cut a double-digit deficit down to 7.
Carson driving in, has his pocket picked. Hornets with numbers. Smith lays it up. And a blocking foul called against Po Boy Kane. That was his second.
That was definitely the right call.
And that's now team foul number 7 for North Carolina Central. That sends Delaware State into the bonus for the rest of the game. And honestly, with 12 minutes to go, you'd think it'd be a good thing, but this team is just not getting it to go from the line.
That's what I was just getting ready to say to you, Jonathan. It would be a good thing if Delaware State now can take advantage of their opportunities at the free throw line, because it's 12:29 to go, and they're in the bonus already.
To their credit, in the second half, they have been much better. They're now 8 of 10 with one more free throw on the way. Perry Smith Jr. comes back in for North Carolina Central. He only has 1 foul, so he's free to play. Both free throws good for Robert Smith. 5-point game. 12 and a half to play here in regulation. Isaac Carson Out to Adediri. Extra pass to Rito. That one loops to the right. Rebound brought down by DSU.
That was a shot he was making in the first half, Rito.
And a foul called against the Hornets on the rebound attempt. Kasim Watson gets the foul, his second, and he is apoplectic. He can't believe that foul went against him.
Right, right. I like that word, man.
The Delaware State coach is all up right now, being told to sit down by the officials. Rito took the three on the last offensive turn. Here's Adediri going baseline. Rito, extra pass. King in the corner, hits it.
Big time ball movement by the Eagles. Rito passed up a good shot for a great shot by poor boy King.
That's his third tonight, shoots it at about 32%. And a turnover. Isaac Parson out to Rito. Three on the move. No good. Pulled down by Martez Robinson. And he's able to save himself from going out of bounds. North Carolina Central looking for that big momentum three last time down. Robinson spins in, hangs, and hits.
Oh, big time right there. Looked like Kyrie Irving off the bounce. Being able to get where he needed to off the dribble penetration.
Adediri able to spin away from the pressure, going up by himself, and he draws the foul. Delaware State, I don't think, is too happy with how that turned out. They thought they almost had a turnover instead. 2 free throws coming up for North Carolina Central. 6-point lead for North Carolina Central. And one more look at this three from Po Boy King. Cash, money.
Excellent ball movement.
NHL.
And welcome back inside Scope Arena. 5 teams remain as of now. By the end of the night, there will be 4. Norfolk State, Morgan State will meet tomorrow. That's the early game at 6 o'clock. The Bears pulled a thrilling upset over Howard earlier today. Yesterday, South Carolina State held off Coppin State, and North Carolina Central trying to make it 2 for 2 in upsets tonight.
I tell you what, it was an excellent game. The Howard-Morgan game, a classic finish at the end, the 91-90 victory for the Morgan State Bears. And let's see what Morgan can do tomorrow night as they play the regular season co-champs, Norfolk State Spartans. Here in Norfolk.
That's Coach Cy Alexander. I'm Jonathan Durham. Timmy Adediri at the free throw line. Has 2 shots on the way. He drew the foul from Raymond Somerville before the break. Adediri makes the first.
Now Adediri is coming into this game right now shooting 1 for 2 from the free throw line.
6'4" senior from Charm City, Baltimore, Maryland. Matriculated through Perry Hall High School.
Shoots there about, oh, he misses that second one.
Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch, they'll say, by North Carolina Central.
And the Eagles bench thought that ball was knocked out by Delaware State.
Robert Smith on the left side. Wow, wins his way through but can't make the shot. Gets his own rebound. He's in between 4, and somehow he makes it happen. That's Martez Robinson who pulled down the rebound.
Amongst the Giants.
Martez Robinson, 6'2" in your program, but 6.2 rebounds per game.
I know. He's a tough young man. He's a warrior.
North Carolina Central weaves around. Here's King for 3. Short. Smith. Shot inside. No, they'll wipe it away. Offensive foul.
Yeah, that's a tough call. Strong rebound. That's a shot that Po Boy would like to have back because he had a nice look. Here it is right here. Yeah, he definitely hit him with his left shoulder. Maybe a little bit of acting on the part of Martez Robinson. But he drew the call. Coach Moten doesn't like it. And He's been restrained by the officials.
And a warning has been given to North Carolina Central. The head coach, Lavelle Moten.
You could see his words coming out of his mouth. I don't know. I think they might have been, I don't think they were PG.
5-point game is a moment that we'll have to remember if this turns the momentum. Here's Robinson. Working against Rito. Drops it all for James. 10 seconds. Smith, guarded by 2. Drives baseline. 4 seconds. Reverse layup. Count it!
Big time reverse layup that time by Smith Jr.
Now North Carolina Central with Parson inside for Smith. Just drew the offensive foul last time down. Not phased. Lays it in on the left side.
Strong hands by Perry Smith. Nice finish under the basket. Keeps it at a 5-point lead. Central is in like a matchup zone.
This is what you come for when you come for the MEAC tournament.
Robinson
shot from Robinson. Gives it away to North Carolina Central.
Trying to draw the foul.
Adediri in the corner. Can't knock it down. Pulled down by DSU. They'll push. Robinson right into the heart. Draws a blocking foul from Adediri. His second. That goes now as team foul number 9 for North Carolina Central. That's the last one they can give before DSU goes to the double bonus.
Could possibly be in the double bonus by the 6 or 7 minute mark of the second half in a 5-point ball game. Here's the replay, and he was definitely moving. Great call by the officials. Now it's up to Robinson, who for the night is 1 for 3 from the free throw line, to see if he can 2.
Shooting 1 and a bonus. Foul called on the floor. Robinson makes the first, earns the extra. North Carolina Central led by 10 at one point. It was at 53-43, so really not that long ago.
The Hornets slowly creeping back.
It's now a 3-point game. Timeout taken on the floor. We'll step away. Delaware State trying to find a way to get into semifinal Friday. They trail by 3. Three-point game with 9 minutes to go. North Carolina Central and Delaware State meeting here. They've met in this tournament quite a few times. Delaware State quite possibly shutting down North Carolina Central's biggest run to the tournament championship. A team that went 16-0 in league play, cut down in the semifinal round by Delaware State back in 2015.
I tell you what, this is going to be a classic finish.
Oh boy, King. Floyd Rito. There are the first lines written in this finish.
Excellent offensive execution that time. Ran a misdirection stagger, elevator play. Rito, great shot preparation, held his follow through, caught it, finished with a nice 3-point play. A great pass by
able to find an open Moonier Newton in the low block.
Ponce James is going to be one heck of a player for the Hornets. Just a freshman.
Inside it goes for Ja'Kai Murray. Takes the contact, can't finish the first time, and that's it. Delaware State able to pull down the board.
That's a big miss that time because the play was really wide open. He just missed a little birdie.
Robert Smith finds Newton. Made the last shot. He's going to drive in. And he is fouled on the floor, and that sends DSU into the double bonus for the remainder of the contest.
That's a big call right there.
goes against Timmy Adediri, I believe. Excuse me, it goes against 12. Perry Smith Jr., his third, sends us to a media timeout. 7:43 remains here. Final game of the quarterfinal round of the MEAC tournament.
Two big.
Listen up, hockey fans. NHL on ESPN.
An aerial view of the USS Wisconsin overlooking downtown Norfolk, Virginia. Always nice to visit that while I'm here in the beautiful Mermaid City. MEAC tournament here once again. Looking forward to coming back here next year as well.
I'll tell you what, you got Rainier Newton, who has 16 points and 8 rebounds, only 4 for 9 from the free throw line. Now he goes with 2 shots, 2 big free throws. As the coaches are meeting with one of the officials to discuss something. I'm not quite sure what it is, but in the meantime, you've got 2 free throws, and the young man is waiting at the free throw line before he can take the shot. Let's see what happens. 2 big free throws could cut it to 2 as we head down the last 7:43 of this second half.
That's Coach Cy Alexander. I'm Jonathan Duran. Head coach Lavelle Moten asking for final clarification, but it's Munir Newton at the free throw line here. He was fouled by Perry Smith Jr. right before the break. Smith picked up his 3rd. Newton misses the 1st.
4 for 10 now, 40%.
And Munir Newton, over the course of the season, shot 50%. Was able to make that one, and he's now right below that, 5 of 11. Delaware State in the second half, 12 of 15. Wasn't so kind for them in that first half. They were 6 of 11. Smith fighting forward inside. Hornets collapsing after it. Tied up. And I think that Delaware State is going to get the timeout here.
Yeah, I think so. Great call.
Newton able to get both hands on the ball, have clear possession and a timeout, and they keep the possession arrow.
Great call. Great call. Here it is right here on the replay. Newton, high basketball IQ, thinking through, making a play, getting the timeout.
So they're able to use the timeout to keep the possession arrow, but they now have one
left
remaining for the rest of the game.
You could see Coach Waterman letting his team know, guys, we got 7 minutes to play, but we only have 1 timeout left. But he had to call that timeout to keep possession of the ball.
You see North Carolina Central in their huddle, leading this one narrowly. In the first game we saw today, Oregon State built up a 15-point lead and then had to hit a last-second shot to win.
Yes. And I tell you what, give Cameron Hobbs a lot of credit. He had a heck of a night for the Bears. Sent them to, as you call it, championship semifinal Friday. Yep, semifinal Friday. Coined by Jonathan Duran.
7.5 to go here. One of these teams trying to make their way to tomorrow. A pause in the baseline. As the shot is missed, it goes out of bounds. Martez Robinson, I don't think he expected to get there with ease.
Right.
Smith, he's up for 3, short. Rebound pulled down by Rita.
Probably not the shot that Coach Waterman wanted by Smith that time. Had plenty of time to get a better 3 than that.
Carson to Murray. Out to King. Contested triple. He's going to go to the line for 3 free ones at the expense of Robert Smith, who just got his 4th.
Exactly. Big call. Go back to the shot that he took, which I think was a little too quick, and now you run a great play for Po' Boy King, and he gets the 3 and gets fouled. Now Robert Smith has to go out of the game because he has 4 fouls. 2, in my opinion, 2 questionable plays in a row for Robert Smith. And he comes into the ball game averaging 18 points, and right now he's only at 8, 10 below his average.
And he has to wait until the second free throw is made, or the second free throw was attempted at the very least to leave. King makes the first. Misses the second. And a dejected Robert Smith leaves as Alston Andrews comes in for him. King with 1 more free throw. 1 of 2. 2 of 3.
Puts the lead back up to 5. 6:52 left.
You need some coffee, go ahead and start it now. As we are going to take you all the way to the finish of this one, and it's going to be electric. Martez Robinson fades away, left it short. Rebound tracked down by Murray.
Nice curl action by Montez. Just missed the shot.
Carson flies up the floor. It's King. Catch. Fire. Hit. Po' Boy King cashing out. And a stoppage here as Martez Robinson stumbles on the inbound. I think he tripped over one of the North Carolina Central cheerleaders sitting down on the floor.
See if we can get, what a big 3 by Po' Boy King. Butter held his follow through, and nice ball reversal. That's a big 3 at a big time. You're talking about now an 8-point lead. Central is withstanding every run that the Hornets are making.
Delaware State pushed North Carolina Central to the limit in their building in Durham at McDougal-McLennan Arena. It was a near 3 at the end of the game from Robert Smith that almost gave DSU the win. In Durham, or rather in Dover, Aquan Smart hit a 3 to send North Carolina Central to overtime. And Martez Robinson and company prevailed. What's going to happen tonight? 2 seconds to fire, beating the horn, Munir Newton.
That's a big bucket right there to stop the run by the Eagles.
Isaac Parson matched up with Ponce James. 5.5 minutes to go. Inside, Perry Smith Jr. Alston Andrews was on the ground. Smith, with the athletic reverse.
What a nice reverse move by Smith.
Robinson off the shake, off the window. And here goes this game into 4th gear. Murray to King, hot hand. Extra pass to the left side. Ja'Kai Murray, fade away left elbow. Rebound brought down by DSU. They've got numbers if they hurry. Robinson drops for Newton. Hop step, lost it. Gets it back, Robinson. Jim jumper from the right side.
Nice patience and poise that time by Montez Robinson. Cuts the lead to 4. A good timeout right now by Coach Moten.
69-65. Hope the water's hot for your coffee now. Go ahead and start brewing it because we've got a good finish coming up for you.
No doubt.
4:27 remains here. We'll find out who's going on to Friday to face South Carolina State. Head coach Lavelle Moten And North Carolina Central trying to pilot their way into one more game here. Coach, you mentioned that Coach Moten, one of the best tournament coaches in this league.
Yes, no doubt about it. He's been there, understands what tournament play is all about. Very good in the half court as far as running various actions to get certain people the ball. Done an excellent job to get Rideau and Po Boy King shots, and he's been doing the high-low action with Murray and Perry Smith Jr.
Carson bottled up, able to find Rideau. Adediri with 3 seconds. Rideau to beat the horn. Short. And then doesn't hit the iron. Shot clock violation.
Good defensive stand that time by the Hornets. Now can the Hornets come down and run a play? They got Robert Smith back in the game. You got the 3 guards going, and you got Kasim Watson in the game, along with Newton.
Ponce James being trusted to drive this team forward.
Little floppy action. Got Newton on the post up.
Newton drives in off the window right side. Kind roll.
Excellent play call out of the timeout by Coach Stan Waterman.
And now the pressure on Delaware State, looking for one more stop. Carson driving right side through the crossover. They'll wave it off. The foul is on the floor.
Tough call that time against the Hornets, as far as Central would have allowed. Wish that foul would have been a continuation, but no such luck.
Second foul called against Ponce James, the 5'11" freshman from Bridgeport, Connecticut. Isaac Parson at the line to shoot 1 and a bonus. Side through the crossover. They'll wave it off. The foul is on the floor.
Tough call that time against the Hornets, as far as Central would have allowed. Wish that foul would have been a continuation, but no such luck. It's being mentally and physically disciplined, being able to make your free throws, doing everything fundamentally sound. That's the way to step up to the line.
Able to make both. North Carolina Central as a team have attempted 20 free throws of 17 of 20. Delaware State has been to the line more often, 26 times. They've just hit 16, but they've turned it around here in the second half. We talked about their free throw shooting woes in the first 20 minutes. 12 of 15 from the charity stripe on this side of the hemisphere.
Little floppy action again by the Hornets. Murray's actually fronting.
Deep 3 on the way. Robert Smith. Bullseye!
Don't be so mean, young fella. Big shot, a 1-point lead. Smith, who we know can score the ball, has not had a great offensive game because he's been in foul trouble a lot tonight. Cans a major 3 for the Hornets.
Under 3 to play. Oh boy, King sends it out to Keyshawn Porter. Porter with the foul trouble hasn't featured much tonight. 5 seconds. Parson inside the arc. No good. A chance to take the lead. Outlet goes up the floor, but it bounces off the foot of Munir Newton. And North Carolina Central catches a break.
Yep. And Coach Waterman was really, just frustrated at the pass that Smith was trying to throw to Newton. Oh, nice cut.
Inside, that's Ja'Kai Murray. He finds Perry Smith Jr. and 1.
Great interior passing that time from Murray to Smith Jr. There's the cut. There's the nice little pocket pass. And got a chance to make a 3-point play the old-fashioned way.
Smith earlier in the game got burned on the offensive foul call. You saw he checked with the official first to make sure that he got the foul.
Right.
And here he is with a chance for a 3-point play.
And he's 7 for 7 from the free throw line tonight.
Nice,
8 for 8. And the free throws has been the difference in the ball game as far as Central is concerned. And back down 4 are the Hornets.
Ponce, James, and company with 2 minutes to go. Trailing by 4. Robert Smith drops it off for Newton. Misses it at the rim.
Great pass that time by Robert Smith. Newton rushed the shot.
Junior Newton, believe it or not, that's just his first miss tonight. He's 9 for 10 with a game-high 23 points. Ja'Kai Murray challenges, misses the shot. And now here comes DSU. Robinson with the Houdini dribble. Can't finish. Newton tried the tip, couldn't pull down the board. 75 seconds and ticking remains here in regulation. Isaac Parsons dribbles through the contact, and finally, Martez Robinson is going to get credit for the foul here. That's his second. The Hornets were swarming everywhere, trying to lay hands and get a foul.
Right, and you see the frustration with Coach Moten. He couldn't understand why he couldn't get the foul.
So Isaac Parson at the line to shoot 1-1. This is the final time that we'll see a 1-1 tonight. Parson makes the first and will shoot one more.
Creates a 5-point differential for the Eagles. Look good at the free throw line. Nice follow through. Shot that with a lot of confidence, waiting on that second one.
Parson able to make it 2 for 2. Boyd Rito is going to come back in for North Carolina Central for Parson.
Coach is playing offense-defense right now. Keeping Parsons out of the game. On the defensive end, he's going to put him right back as soon as they get the ball as the point guard. He didn't want him to draw the foul.
Just about a minute remains here in our final quarterfinal game. James goes inside for Munir Newton. Newton getting figgy with it inside, able to lob that one in.
Coach Waterman uses his last time out to set the defense. What he's going to talk about right now is you guys, you're down 4 points. You got 50. We're going to play these first 53 seconds out. We're going to get a stop. We're going to try to push it. What North Carolina Central is going to do is they're going to talk about their offensive press break. Get the ball in the hand. Get Parsons back in the game. He's got, I think Rito is coming back in the game now. You want shooters on the floor and excellent free throw shooters. And you want to use clock. Use clock. Catch ball strong with 2 hands. Always having someone fast from the weak side to the strong side to the middle of the court, knowing how many timeouts you got left. It's time for perfect execution when you're talking about trying to survive and advance.
3 different players in this game all have 20 or more. Harry Smith Jr. has 22 for North Carolina Central to go along with 6 rebounds. Hoboy King has 20, 6 for 10 from the floor. But the story for Delaware State, Munir Newton, the man that some call Figgy, he's got 25, 10 of 11 from the floor.
Great play that time. Good body control. He is on a nice little spin. Step through. And he knows where his bread is buttered at. It's right in that little 10-foot lane area. Nice follow. He's done an excellent job in playing within himself. The only disparity we might give tonight is he's been a little question mark from the free throw line.
An excellent look at the replay package put together by our guys back in the truck. Phenomenal team to always work with here in Norfolk. 76-69 72.
They make our job real easy.
They definitely do. King to Adediri, working through the press. Rito is going to hold on. Being guarded, no foul. He travels with it.
And Coach Moten is confused. It's like, what was the call? He's talking to the officials. Can somebody tell me how he walked?
Wow, a big turnover here, and a chance now for Delaware State.
Watch and see a quick attack by Ponce James to see if he can get the ball to Smith or Robinson.
Jones calls the set. It's Smith. It goes to Newton. Newton, a goaltend. And it's now a 2-point game.
And now you've got to play about 20 seconds or 15 seconds. And if you don't get a steal, you got to put somebody on the free. I think the officials are going to
come over here to confirm the call of a
goaltend.
So they're going to take a look at this. 76-72 as it is now. And the question is, was this one touched while it was on the way in? We have a look from the reverse angle, and it looks pretty close. Now the question is, was this hit before or after it hit the iron?
It looks like it was hit.
So you see it go up off glass, and once it hits the glass, you can't touch it.
Right. It hit the glass, definitely.
And the question is, did it go off the glass and off the iron before it was touched by Keyshawn Porter here? And that's what they're going to try to figure out. See the officials.
And now, man, Iggy getting a little air time.
Iggy. It looks like we have a decision.
The call is confirmed. The clock will be adjusted at 37 seconds.
All confirmed, and only 37 seconds. They'll put a full second back on the timer.
So now, again, if you're Delaware State, you want at least 2 hard traps and strong weak side rotations to see if you can get a tip and get a steal, which we saw in the first game happen. If not, at around the 20-second mark, you got a foul.
Adediri runs the baseline. The Eagles trying to keep it away from the Delaware State defense. King, a lot of contact. No foul yet. Eagles continuing to keep it away from Delaware State. And finally, King foul. Goes against Robert Smith, and he immediately walks to the sideline as his night is done. He'll leave with 11 points, 1 rebound, and an assist.
Good press break execution that last time by the Eagles. They always had somebody making a diagonal cut to help become an open receiver. And now you got Po' Boy King going to the line. He's 4 for 5 tonight so far with 20 points.
Now Po' Boy King is going to walk to the line. 2 big free throws here. So far tonight from the stripe, King 4 for 5. Misses the front end.
Keep hope alive, as Reverend Jesse Jackson would say.
So he can only push it to a 3-point lead. It remains a 1-possession game, no matter what. All the Delaware State fans here making as much noise as possible. King makes that one. Eagles bring their defensive unit in. Keyshawn Porter and Ja'Kai Murray. As Floyd Rito Jr. will take a seat.
A little token pressure.
24 seconds and ticking remaining here in regulation. 3-point game. James behind the perimeter, 15 seconds. Going inside, double clutch shot is missed. Newton up with it, blocked away inside. Now in the corner for three, Robinson. Are you kidding me? Monetize Robinson, tie game, 77 all with 7.7 to go.
I tell you what, I didn't think we could top the first game, but I think we already have, Jonathan. What a big-time shot by Monetize Robinson, an all-MEAC player in the right place at the right time for the bullseye three. Don't be so mean, young fella. I see you doing it. Here we go, right here on the replay. Right place, right time. Rainbow. Good.
He is in the dead corner when he puts that one up. He can't go any further away from the rim.
Whoa.
Not afraid of no ghost. Who are you going to call?
I tell you what, got Steph Curry in the house. Now remember, we've been in this situation before where Morgan had a chance to come down and score and did. Now, if you are LaVelle Moulton, you want to run a home run play where you can attack the rim. You don't need a three. You just want to attack the rim. The score is tied. You just need 2 points. Some type of home run action where you got your better players, your ball handling guys, Parsons, or you got Po Boy King, or you have Adiri, anybody that can score off the bounce.
So Delaware State serving North Carolina Central's medicine back to them. Aquan Smart hit a three just about at the end of regulation to send the game to overtime at Alumni Hall in Dover just about a month ago. And Monetize Robinson, pulling the rabbit out of his hat in the dead corner, puts down the triple.
You got Adediri in the game. You got Parsons. You got Smith Jr. You got Rito, who can shoot the lights out of it. And you got Po Boy King.
7.8 to go. North Carolina Central has one timeout that they can use. We are knotted at 77.
You got to move your feet on defense and move your hands. Play without fouling.
Coming up to a head here. Isaac Parson running up the floor. 3 seconds. Parson trying to send his team to Saturday. Yes! Isaac Parson at the horn.
What a finish. What a finish. What a finish. Nice reverse layup. He got himself under the basket, kissed it off the glass, and that bad boy went in. Ball game. North Carolina Central University going to semi-final Friday against South Carolina State University.
Isaac Parson. They're reviewing this to make sure right now, but he is able to tightrope the sideline, throws up the reverse, and in the same way that Kawhi Leonard hit that three against the Philadelphia 76ers, all held our breath until it hit the cup.
Because it took a lot of bounces on that rim.
Both teams are at their benches. Delaware State, hands on heads right now. North Carolina Central already stormed center court. And we are waiting for confirmation.
Yeah, we saw it. It's good.
This game is not quite done yet. We need an official call from the officials. As it stands right now, North Carolina Central is
good.
South Carolina State is
good
on Friday, but we have to wait to be sure. One more look. The reverse. He lets it leave his hands, and he got to go with plenty of time on the timer. And that looks like it's going to be all she wrote.
It's good. Yeah, it's good.
Official call, the basket is good. Isaac Parson puts an exclamation point on the quarterfinal round. 79-77, North Carolina Central.
What a finish.
Two spectacular games tonight.
You can't ask for a better opening round Thursday to get to semifinal Friday. Watch this. Parsons drives, reverse, one hand, touches the rim about 5 times and falls in. What a win for the North Carolina Central Eagles.
So North Carolina Central will dance on to Friday. They'll face South Carolina State tomorrow night in the late game. And in front of that, the hometown green and gold of Norfolk State will take on Morgan State. The thrill of victory, and in the foreground, the
agony of defeat.
We saw Martez Robinson lying on the ground. He couldn't believe what just happened to his team. But coach, tomorrow, there were 8, now there's 4, and soon there will be only 2. Norfolk State and Morgan State, followed by South Carolina State and North Carolina Central tomorrow night.
We couldn't ask for 2 better games, Jonathan. 2 exciting classic finishes here at the MEAC tournament. Here we go right here. Nice mid-range jump shot by Murray.
And a look at our highlights from tonight's game. Thank you to the MEAC SIDs for all of their hard work, to the MEAC office, to our production crook, and Cy Alexander. I'm Jonathan Duran saying good night here from the second round of quarterfinal games. I'm going to get a good night's rest because I'll tell you what, I'm exhausted. We saw 2 great games tonight. We got 2 great games tomorrow. So long from Scope Arena. Come back tomorrow as we'll get ready to see who will get a ticket to dance.